All right, Stanley Cocker, two-time New Zealand strongest man, multiple Arnold Australia top 3 finishes. You've made the finals at the Arnold Ohio, Oceania powerlifting champ and record holder. Thanks for coming along and spending some time. Talk a bit about your journey.
Thanks for having me.
So let's get into it. Talk to us a little bit about where you're from, born and raised, your background, culture, schooling. Talk to us a little bit about that.
So I grew up in Mangere East, just down the road. I come from a family of 9 siblings.
Wow.
Small Tongan family. I schooled at Otahuhu College and just been living in South Auckland for most of my life.
Talk to us about your sporting background. Growing up, you played sports, rugby league?
Yeah. So in my younger teens, I was playing for Mangere East up until like 16, and then I kind of wanted to do my last year of rugby at Otahuhu College.
Yeah. What position were you when you were playing Union and League?
I was playing centre, and then later down the track, I ended up in the forwards.
And you're a bit of a dancer, I've heard.
No, those are rumours.
Is there rumours and speculation?
No, I used to dance in school, but that's about it. Nothing professional.
Ancient history, eh?
Yeah.
All right, so talk to us a bit about how you got into powerlifting. So you were a member at the gym before that. You would have had a bit of a strong base, but how did you segue into powerlifting? What did you see that inspired you to give that a go?
It was actually my sister, Siwea. She found a gym, Iron Will, out in Otahuhu. It was a real small gym. And she thought, why don't you come and have a jam with some of these younger guys? They'll probably be lifting heavier than you. So I went in for one session, and sure enough, they had guys like 16-year-old freaking squatting 150, 170, and I couldn't even do 120 proper squat. So then that kind of tied me into the gym. So
powerlifting, talk to us about your first comp. What made you decide this is something you want to give a go competitively?
So my first comp was at Get Strength under Iron Will. It was a novice comp. The prep for that, well, there wasn't really much of a prep, a 2-week, just going through the basics, squat, bench and deadlift. I wasn't maxing out or anything. So when it came to comp day, that's when I decided to try and push myself. But during that time, I was carrying a shoulder injury.
And then towards the end of 2015, you ended up at NZPA. Talk to us about how that came about in your journey and towards competing at a high level in powerlifting.
So how I got into NZPA was actually through my sister again, Siwea. Her and Sharon, another friend of mine, got selected to lift for the gym, and she kind of nudged Dom and was like, I got a brother that lifts, but not too sure if you want to take him on board. And sure enough, he gave me a chance, and then just went from there.
So as we go into 2016, you're continuing to compete in powerlifting. So you had your Auckland Powerlifting Champs, which was probably your first major comp. Yep. Around the same time, you got into a bit of strongman training. So talk to me about strongman, how you got into that, and what attracted you to give that a go.
Oh my gosh. So you actually approached me.
Oh, did I?
Yeah. You approached me and was like, you should give strongman a go, because I think that was your first ever comp that you were going to run.
That's right.
First strongman comp. And I was like, I don't think I'll be any good at it. Like really doubting myself and stuff. And you go, just give it a go, see how you go.
And then it's obviously paid off since.
Yeah.
So
I haven't looked back since.
So we'll touch a bit about some of your comps. So by nationals of 2016, you're already totaling mid 750s. Talk to us about what you think drove your training to get to that point. You've put a lot on your total in such a short period of time. What do you attribute that to, do you think?
Probably, mainly credit to my coach, because I didn't really have a structured program before joining NZPA, and I found that once I jumped on a proper program for a solid 8 weeks, it was enough time for me to actually build and get a bit of strength to see where I could max out properly.